Has called on the coalition of northern groups to suspend its planned peaceful protests over the insecurity in the north. Director of Publicity and Advocacy of the group, Hakim Baba Ahmed, at a press briefing in Abuja said the group has acknowledged presidential intervention on the lingering security challenges and believes that protests and marches are not the only means of resolving crisis.
President Buhari dispatched a high-powered delegation to some states in the northwest to meet with governors and convey his concerns and plans to take firmer action against banditry, wrestling, kidnapping, and rapists who have made lives of our people virtually valueless in the north.
Jos is our next port of call, and Felicia is standing by with some reports from that zone. Hello, Felicia.
Jumai, welcome to Jos. Plateau State Police Command says it will implement to the latter laws and policies on all forms of crimes of sexual and gender-based violence, particularly rape against women and girls. Commissioner of Police Edward Ebuka said this when he received in audience the National Human Rights Commission in his office. Abdul Wahab Babankanti reports.
In recent times, sexual and gender-based violence, particularly rape, appears to have escalated in the country, leaving children as well as adults prey to lawless individuals that commit the act. This heinous crime has drawn the attention of key players, which the Human Rights Commission is spearheading to end the scourge. The campaign took them to the Plateau State Police Command as frontliners in the criminal justice system to intimate them that priority should be given to such cases at the police stations.
Appeal to our CPs that these issues, we're asking that they should be judiciously and meticulously handled.
It is obvious that there is upsurge in the cases of rape and other sexual violence, and the police in Plateau State is on top of the situation to stem the tide.
I can assure you that this command will not tolerate it. In fact, we will treat any officer that compounds rape or indecent assault or sexual violence as unnecessary after the fact.
It is the consensus of people that the attitude and response of the police can effectively have a dramatic impact on a case of sexual violence. In Jos, Abdul Babankanti, NTA News.
You're watching NTA Network News. Now, let's rejoin Jumai in Abuja for more reports.
Thank you, Felicia. Back in Abuja, President Buhari's approval of employment of 774,000 Nigerians was received with great expectation by many people. Beyond this enthusiasm, Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu says the special public works scheme designed for this purpose is a viable strategy to mitigate impact of COVID-19 on the nation's economy. Onigi Fineface reports.
At a time when global economies are still struggling to bounce back, President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to engage 774,000 Nigerians in special public works is perceived as a timely intervention to cushion the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu sees this intervention and other programs of the NDE as a huge relief for states across the country.
The major job we are doing here that I can see is being done here in NDE is to build entrepreneurs. If you are trained, there's no way you won't have to have one person that will work with you. You will train others. So for me, the federal government is doing a wonderful work, at least to relieve most of us in the state of problems of people who are jobless.
NDE is implementing the presidential directive on employment alongside other skills and vocational training schemes to create jobs for thousands of Nigerians.
The mandate given to us by Mr. President is to create jobs, provide employment through entrepreneurial skills development. And we tried as much as we can to diversify as far as training is concerned. Mainly, we do it based on demand driven, so that once we train you on a trade, immediately after you graduated, you are like a hot cake.
In Abuja, on NTA Fineface, NTA News.
In line with the federal government's vision of lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty through entrepreneurship skills, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development is to commence the enrollment of Batch C of NPower from July 26, 2020. In a statement, the Minister Sadiya Umar Farouk says the ministry has already commenced the transition of Batch A and B beneficiaries into government entrepreneurship schemes and private sector after the completion of psychometric assessment to determine competency, since the two badges will exit the program on June 30th and 31st of July to ensure a streamlined and transparent selection process that will give Nigerians equal opportunity. Applications will be conducted using a hybrid system of enrollment where applicants must provide a bank verification number. The online portal will be open on the 26th of this month for application, after which the ministry will review submission and publish a list of successful applicants. Past beneficiaries are not eligible to participate in the application process, as special consideration will be given to persons with disability. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad, has called for more information to the law by judicial officers. He made the call while swearing in the new president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongman Mensen. Judiciary correspondent Femi Okewu has a report.
Born 63 years ago in Shendam, now Plateau State, Justice Monica Dongman Mensen now becomes the 7th president of the Court of Appeal since its establishment in 1977. She became a justice of the court in 2003 and has since established herself as a hardworking and highly intellectual justice. It is this quality that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad, called on her to carry on to her duties as the president of the Court of Appeal.
Please continue with your attitude. You have to cooperate together, all of you, from top to bottom, so that the work will continue to progress.
Justice Monica Dongman Mensen promised to sustain and improve on the judicial standards of the nation's intermediate court.
I will do my best and ensure that justice, as we have always known it, is applied to the best of our abilities.
Key judicial and political personalities found their way to the swearing-in.
She has made history in the lives of Plateau people, and particularly for me as a lawyer. I feel very proud that this is happening during my time.
And I'm sure she has those qualities that will make her do very well in her present position. We will not be disappointed.
The Court of Appeal plays a very crucial role in the polity Nigeria currently enjoys. And so the swearing-in of Justice Monica Dongman Mensen will go a long way in consolidating these gains, both judicially and politically. In Abuja, Femi Okewu, NTA News.
56 Nigerians and 4 Pakistanis have been safely evacuated from Islamabad to Abuja on a chartered aircraft operated by Traco Aviation. Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema disclosed this via his Twitter handle. The statement further disclosed that an Emirates flight from the United Arab Emirates conveying about 300 Nigerians has also landed from Dubai. Ministry of Youth and Sports Development partners FCT administration on the transformation of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Ayodiji Makinde has details.
In just a week of its official unveiling as the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, efforts are being intensified for an appropriate public-private partnership arrangements to restore the lost pride of the national monuments. This formed the thrust of discussion when Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, met FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello in Abuja.
We look at the competencies that the FCT has. I want to see a way in which we can partner and collaborate and leverage on them.
But it's very important, Honorable Minister, for the ministry to work out a long-term sustainable plan to make sure that once it is rehabilitated, then it can continue to do that.
In a related development, Sports Minister Sunday Dare has received the report by Edo 2020 Sports Festival Committee on the possibilities of hosting the event this year after coronavirus pandemic caused an initial postponement. The committee, chaired by Tonobok Okowa, has made several recommendations on dates, processes and procedures as the ministry assures on observing all guidelines before a decision on the festival is reached. Away from Nigeria, the German Bundesliga continues, just as the English Premier League, where Arsenal seek to bounce back from a 3-0 defeat to Manchester City midweek when they play against Brighton and Hove Albion in a match that will be beamed live.
For not linking up with them due to technical hitches. Thanks so much for watching. I am Jumwa Yusuf. Do have a wonderful weekend.
Is twofolded. One is the health